How's it going, everybody? I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody who has been subscribing to the channel and leaving a like on the videos. It definitely means a lot. It supports the channel as well too. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. We're trying to push out more content very soon and keep on putting more movie reviews. Now, speaking of movie reviews, let's talk about Dungeons and Dragons. Guys, how's it going? This is Peter from Extra Butter News, and welcome to my review of Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. This movie is directed by Jonathan M. Goldstein and John Francis Daly, and this film stars Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Regina Jane Page, Justice Smith, Sophia Lillis, Hugh Grant, and many more. And the premise of this film is a charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers undertake an epic heist to retrieve a lost relic. But when things go dangerously awry when they run afoul of the wrong people. So for context, I never played Dungeons and Dragons. The only person that I know that has played it is my my good friend Julio, aka my co-host for Extra Butter Please, which we do have a podcast and it's available on all streaming platforms. No shameless plug. Going to this film, I had no idea what I was going into, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a blast watching this film. I think the best part about this film too is the cast itself. It looks like everybody's having a fun time too. And once you have a cast that has a great chemistry and they get along, you're in for a ride. It feels like you're part of the group too within this adventure. And it's just like you want to escape into a whole new world. And that's what you get within Dungeons and Dragons. Now, for starters, Chris Pine is still charming, is still funny. My man knows how to lead a film. He is just phenomenal in this film. He has some great one-liners and it doesn't feel overbearing. I mean, some lines don't work, but at the same time too, it's Chris Pine. He still makes it charismatic no matter what. Now, some of the other characters in this group are pretty great. Sophia Lillis plays like a shapeshifter. She could transform to any animal. She has some great action scenes. Justice Smith is a magician and he has some great comedic chops too. He's not like screaming at people or anything like that, but he has some great wit dialogue. But my two favorites have to be Michelle Rodriguez, who's like the muscles in this group. She's given minimal dialogue, but at the same time too, her reaction and moments within certain scenarios are pretty compelling. But I gotta tell you, Regina Jane Page, man, he plays like this serious, noble knight who just wants everybody to follow his particular orders and make sure everything is planned out perfectly, but yet the others don't really want to follow that. So props to him for just really being serious, but at the same time too, just keeping that tone perfectly well. Now at times this movie does feel like a Marvel flick in some ways, especially towards Guardians of the Galaxy, where you have like a ragtag group who have to band together and get a particular special item, getting away from the wrong hands of an evil person. But it doesn't really muddle into that too much. It actually brings up its own original way of just enjoying these characters, being along in the journey, and just having a fun time. Now, the first half of the film can be a bit slow. I mean, there's a lot of world building and a lot of development within these characters, but once you see the characters really start working together and they really start going on these big adventures, that's when the movie really steps up. And that's what I like about this film too. It has like a fun fantasy element, which we don't get a lot in particular fantasy films, and I'm not a sucker for a lot of fantasy stuff, but once you throw in some good comedy where it doesn't feel like it's too forced, then you're in for a good time. Now that I think about it, there is one particular scene that had me dying. It's a particular cameo scene, which I won't say here, but man, I gotta tell you, from start to beginning of that scene, I was just cracking up a storm, man. It was actually pretty damn clever. Like I said, for someone who hasn't played D&D, I still had a fun time with this film. You're still gonna have a great story with some fun characters to join along within their journey. And if you are a D&D fan, well, maybe this film might enhance your viewing experience and actually catch a lot more Easter eggs, which I'm sure there's gonna be tons of YouTube videos of capturing every little Easter egg that I have not seen, but I'm sure if you guys are a big D&D fan, I'm sure you capture a lot of stuff. This movie's a high recommendation for me. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Definitely watch it this weekend. You're gonna have a fun time. And listen, you'd be surprised, man. I walked out this film wanting to play Dungeons and Dragons, so you guys might feel the same way as well. So I'm looking forward to play the role-playing game. But I want to hear from you guys. Did you guys enjoy Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Leave a comment down below. Let's have a discussion. And if you guys have any recommendations for beginners who want to get into Dungeons and Dragons, definitely please leave a comment. I would like to know a little bit more and actually get a little more familiar with this role-playing game, because I'm pretty interested. I'm not gonna lie to you. And as always, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Take care, stay awesome. Bye-bye.